Hello, welcome to the climb to 1800. It has been a few days since I've played because I moved houses. You might recognize that I'm in a completely different room. This will be the new room from now on until I go to college, probably. And I'm going to be a little bit rusty, most likely, mostly in my openings because I haven't really been reviewing them. But that being said, I've been playing some games at school, so hopefully I'm not too worn down. And forgive the lighting. Obviously, I still have to get things sorted here. I don't really have any lights, so I'm going to look a little bit like a zombie for the first few days. And instantly, opponent plays one of the most annoying sidelines. To me, it's not objectively annoying, but it's subjectively annoying because this is not like a main move. Almost everybody takes on e4, so immediately I'm out of book. That's just not a move that like people play, to be honest. It looks like it's inviting me to play e5. And I'm learning how to play the what's it called? I'm learning how to play the advanced Caro-Kann anyway. So I think I'm just going. Wait, opponent's offering a draw. I'm sorry, but no draw. We're going to go forward. I don't know why they'd offer a draw because the game literally just started. Maybe they just wanted. Maybe they thought that I wasn't going to play, but nope, I'm just talking. I'm assuming that I can probably play f4 or knight f3. In the spirit of being aggressive, I might play f4, to be honest. Because I really want to punish the fact that he's kind of wasted a tempo, and now his knight's a bit inactive. Although he's almost definitely going to push c5 in the very near future. So I might want to be able to play c3 to combat that. Which might actually mean that I might want to make a knight move of my own. However, I can also just play bishop e3 and I should be fine. But for now, let's play the move. Let's be aggressive. As I climb higher and higher, I'm going to need to not be okay with giving up initiative. And I really need to just start capitalizing on smaller and smaller positional advantages. And I think that that's going to be the main decider, especially in games that are as close as this one. I don't mean the position. I mean our elo is, not practically. It is identical. And yeah, these are the types of games that I'm going to really need to start winning a lot more than I have been over the last few days, or the last few days that I've been posting these videos. Although maybe that's being a bit hard on myself. Like I actually have been winning about 50%, which I guess is how it should be. But I'm not happy with 50% winning. I need to win more. Otherwise, I'm not going to progress to 1800. And is a small part of me hoping that he offered a draw because he has to go and he's going to give me free elo? Yes, a tiny part of me is hoping that. Actually, okay, fine, not so tiny. But I do love chess, so I also hope that he plays on. An opponent is from Ukraine, right? Yeah, Ukraine. Wow. So represent. And they aren't playing right now. I'll cut it. Okay, if they don't play another move, I will cut it in 3, 2, 1. If I didn't cut it, that means that they are going to play another move. So we're gonna just wait to see what they're gonna do if that does happen. And their time is ticking away, though. It's seeming more and more likely that they offered a draw because they realized that they couldn't actually play the game because they had some former commitment or something. That is a real consideration when you're playing chess. You have to make sure that you have time for a full game because sometimes you just don't. And to be honest, though, that's kind of their own fault because they should simply not have played. But they could also just be thinking. That's definitely a possibility. Let's see their account. They joined in 2016, so they've been playing chess for a while. Let me just pull up their account on a different window over here. What's the? Obviously, they're legit. I just want to see what their highest was. Their highest. Okay, so this is a former 1700, and they have played a move. They played e6, so that's why the video wasn't cut. So this is a former 1700, so they're going to be hoping to get back to that. Obviously, not in this game, but in the future. I see nothing wrong with playing knight f3. Like, just a strong, sensible, developing move. Let's just do it. We don't want to waste too much time on moves that should be pretty obvious. If I were my opponent, c5 would be pretty much a no-brainer here. But, you know, who am I to judge if they don't do that, right? Like, you know, they have free will, right? But if I was Dank1492, which is their username, I would be playing c5 without a doubt here. Although I could definitely see the case for bishop b4 or bishop e7. I think any other move would probably be a waste of a tempo. Yep, c5, we see it on the board. Now, I'm a Caro-Kann player. I switched to the Najdorf Sicilian, but at heart, I haven't played it for that long, so I'm mostly a Caro-Kann player. And if I were playing on the black side of this position, my dream scenario would be that I take this pawn and activate the dark squared bishop for them. Knowing that, I am obviously not going to do that. I can bring my own bishop out, but I can also defend this with a bishop. I'm slightly worried about him pushing here, but I don't think that's actually a threat. I just don't think that would be actually that scary. So I'm probably going to end up castling queenside. Let's just get my pieces out, right? Like, let's add some pressure here. If he isn't careful, I'm going to end up winning a pawn. So let's just play bishop to e3. I personally, if I were on black, wouldn't take here, but I don't think that it would be crazy for if he did do that. My idea, by the way, is to play bishop to b5 and then actually just threaten to take this pawn. And it might actually even be a threat sooner than that. Because I mean, takes. I do have check, but he can actually just block pretty easily. So maybe not a threat, but a consideration for sure. Okay, he brings out his knight, which means that he is indirectly defending himself from this pin. How do I make progress? Opponent is very solid. Nothing wrong with their position at all, I think. They're going to want to develop their bishop there pretty soon. I might even want to start hurling my pawns at them, but not quite yet. I've gotten a bit too antsy in the past. I could, in theory, install my knight here. But, I mean, obviously right now he would just trade it and then damage my pawn structure. But in the future, that's an idea, I mean. For now, I might just want to bring my queen up to d2, prepare castling, kind of a bit of a waiting move, but let's just do it. What I'm kind of hoping for is for him to play bishop e7, so that and if he plays bishop e7, I will actually take here, because I'll argue that he wasted a tempo when he has to recapture again on c5. But now that I'm thinking about it, that doesn't actually make total sense, because if I capture here, he'll take with the knight, and then he won't actually have to waste a tempo with his bishop. But talking about like tempo wasting and stuff is a concept that would have been foreign to me not too long ago, so I'm happy that type of idea is on my peripheral at least. But this is going to be a long game, I can already tell, because opponent is incredibly solid. It's going to be very hard to break through, and I am not too used to positions like this because opponent did play a pretty unconventional line. Okay, they take. I mean, I have pretty much one move because there is a 0% chance that I give up the bishop pair right now for no reason. I mean, there are definitely positions where you want to give up the bishop pair, but you don't really want to do that unless you have a specific reason to do so. So for that reason, I'm going to be taking with the knight. It's useful to note that this pin isn't actually a pin, because I can capture here, attacking his queen. And then he could actually take my bishop, attacking my queen too. His problem is that I can actually just capture his bishop, and then after he captures, neither of us is up anything or down anything, if I calculated that correctly. So I guess it isn't a problem for him, it's just he isn't winning anything. And I don't know why I even went into that line, because I doubt he's going to do that. Although I wouldn't be surprised. Why have I said that so many times? And by the way, if he plays this, I would not play knight. Yes, Yes, I would definitely play that. Okay, I was going to say knight over here, but then I realized that would be blundering a knight, so never mind. And let's just remember that my opponent did offer a draw on the second move of the game. Two possibilities. One, I took 39 oh no, sorry, the fourth move of the game, I think it was. I took 39 seconds and he just didn't want to play against me because of that. Or two, maybe he has to go somewhere, which I'm secretly hoping for. No, not really. Yes, really. I wonder if my mic is good enough to pick that up. If you couldn't tell already what I was saying by reading my lips. And by the way, if he does play bishop here, which in no way does he have to, I might actually have this move. Because then, oh no, actually no. Oh yeah, because then captures. He doesn't have this fork because my knight can come back and take it. Okay, it's on the board. I was going to say here, then captures. Queen captures. This pawn push isn't possible. It would just blunder a pawn. Looks like I'm getting in here with my knight, and that looks really good. Now he can defend against that, but if he moves his bishop anywhere, I'm just going to take his bishop, and I'll be happy with that trade, I think. So I'm not going to take here, because if I take here, he's almost definitely going to take here. Then I'll have to recapture. Then he'll capture, and it'll just be an even trade, but that seems to make his life a bit too easy. So instead of that, let's play here. Yeah, and I'm not... Wait a minute. I do have to be careful of one thing. Here takes... Can you sack this knight for a pawn? What I'm thinking is knight b5, takes, queen takes, knight here, captures, then he forks me. Does that work? No, it doesn't work because I have the intermezzo check blocking the view of his queen from that pawn. However, his knight is still defending it. Okay. Okay, the worst I can be is down a pawn after this, and I doubt that he goes into that line. So let's just do it. Let's just do it. Now, if he does play that line and it turns out that I did blunder, will I be disappointed with myself? Yeah. I will be. But hopefully... I mean, it looks complicated to me, and at the worst, I'm down one pawn, and I still think I have a slight advantage, even if he does play that line. But I'm sure that I miscalculated something, and I have something better anyway, so I'm not too scared. Worth noting that this queen check does absolutely nothing, because I just played g3, and I would have wanted to play that anyway. In fact, it does worse than nothing. It blunders, takes, fork. So, yeah. We're going to see what he does. And actually, I am a little bit afraid of this. I'm not going to lie to you. Wait, what am I... Okay, he just castles. He just castles. Good. Okay. I think I'm just going to take. I don't really want to make my life too complicated, and I'll also get a crazy strong knight. So let's just do that. I don't want to waste any time. I mean, he has one move, right? So let's wait for him to play it, but I'm sure he's going to. Okay. Now I can play this. And I wouldn't take his bishop because his bishop is almost completely dead. But now that I look at it, there's actually no rush to put my knight there because I don't really see how he's going to stop me from getting there. Does he have any knight jumps of his own that would be scary? Not really. I think I'm just going to castle long, honestly. On the other hand, if I go here, he might get a bit jumpish and play bishop to here, wasting a tempo. And this pawn isn't hanging because of this, but By the way, if knight d6, bishop d7, I could win a pawn by playing b4, then the knight has to move somewhere. And then I would win this pawn. But it's really not worth it. It's really, really not worth it. I'd be weakening my entire position for one pawn, and that just wouldn't be a good move, I think. So I'm definitely going to play knight there at some point, but I don't think that now is the right moment. So for now, let's just castle long. For now, let's just castle long. And I'm not afraid of that move. I can just play a3, and I should be fine. But as I predicted, this game is turning out that it's going to be a long ride. Although I'm going to start playing g4 pretty soon, so maybe I can crush him quicker than I think. But, I mean, obviously black is super solid, so crushing is probably out of the question, unless he makes a mistake. And by the way, it's crazy to have an account for 8 years, as my opponent has, and not have a profile picture. Okay. Queen comes out. It's not threatening my knight, because obviously my knight's defended 3 times. But is there any big idea there? I don't really see it. I guess he just wants an attack. I can still play here, but I'm not sure actually what that accomplishes, to be honest. I'm actually getting a little bit uncomfortable with the fact that he seems to have a pretty impressive attack brewing. But for now, I see no reason not to advance, but I'm really actually getting a little bit scared. I feel like he wants to put a knight here, but obviously that isn't possible yet. So let's play the improving move I was talking about and hope for the best. I'm actually, yeah, I am a little bit scared, I'm not gonna lie. But, I mean, my knight's beautiful. If I need to, I can pretty easily evacuate it or trade it for the light square bishop, but I don't really see any reason why I would need to do that. It's much stronger than my opponent's bishop, so yeah. So yeah, great logic, right? But I mean, on the next move, if he doesn't stop me or make a threat of his own, I'm probably going to play g4. Because I need to start attacking him, because he has pretty much all of his pieces on the queen side where my king is. Which is kind of funny to say, on the queen side where my king is. But it's true. And I have a time advantage on the wait, it's only move 13? That's crazy. On the 13th move of the game, that's unlikely to happen very often for me. As you guys know, if you've watched for a while, or if you've just tuned in for 1 or 2 games, I am infamously bad at my time management. I lose because I run out of time to think very often. I never really lose on time, but I lose because I wasn't able to think because I ran out of time. I mean, okay, you guys get what I mean. But yeah, not a great feeling to lose like that. But it happens. It does happen sometimes, and it is good that my strong knight on d6 is on a dark square, which means that his bishop can't contest it. An opponent has dropped below 6.5 minutes, meaning that we have over a 2-minute time advantage. However, this is 15 plus 10, so neither of us is going to lose directly from time, but as I was saying, losing indirectly from time, meaning that you didn't have enough time to think about a good move, is very possible. I'm expecting him to at some point try to break apart my pawns. Okay, first he plays that. I'm not super afraid there, to be honest. If he ever plays h4, I can just respond with h3. mean, obviously he's being hyper aggressive. I could even bring my own knight in, but I'm not sure what that would actually do besides making my position actually probably less comfortable to play in. I mean, honestly, I'm probably just going to play g4. Or, wait, is g4 or h4 better? I never really know. I usually play g4 because it looks like it lets me break easier. More easily, but I truly don't know if it's better or worse. Ooh, I'm seeing some ideas where I can actually sack that pawn and then take here attacking his queen. But the problem is that I don't think it actually works. So for now, let's play g4. For now, let's play g4. No reason to be deathly afraid just yet. Maybe in the near future, but not quite yet. Again, knight b4 can be pretty easily met with a3. And then if he gives me this check, he's just trapped. But if we don't start attacking him, we're going to get steamrolled, pretty much. So we cannot let that happen. And I do not intend to. And by the way, his bishop is just like not even playing this game pretty much, which I love to see happening. But opponent obviously does not. And I'm never going to take it, at least for the time being, unless it becomes powerful and later in the game, which seems unlikely at this point. And moves, okay, so he is trying to activate his bishop a little bit. Although I don't think that was fully necessary because I was definitely not going to take it. Yeah, his attack is a little bit worrying, actually. If I play this now, I think that would be a blunder. Because here takes. Oh, but then takes. Wait, I need to calculate this a little bit more. Here takes. Wait, he can't recapture with the bishop because I just win a piece. But he can... Oh, wait a minute. What I miss is after f5, he can just take this pawn. Yeah, so I can't play that yet. In all honesty, playing a move like bishop to b5 with the simple idea to take his knight might actually be really strong, because that would really weaken his control over the e5 square, allowing me to push for f5 a bit more easily. Or I could try to activate my own bishop like this, and then if he takes me, I'll be a happy camper. And if he doesn't take me, then I can start pushing my h-pawn. But, yeah, actually, it's a bit hard to say what the right way forward is. This is actually a bit trickier than I originally thought it was going to be. I actually like the idea of pinning a little bit more, just because his light squared bishop is pretty weak, and this knight is going to be a pretty strong piece moving forward. So I think I'm actually going to play this for sure. I think so. Useful to realize that his knight doesn't have any useful discoveries. Putting all the although I guess even if he did, I have enough attack. Oh, was I wrong? I think that was a bad move. I mean, it looks visually good for him, but I think practically that was not a good move. Obviously, his idea is that he's attacking my queen and my bishop at the same time, but his problem is that I can just take this. Then after his queen captures here, he's losing a tempo, and I have actually I think the better of that trade, because this knight is really freaking strong. So let's just take, right? I mean, that's kind of the only move. I mean, no. I actually can't play any moves like queen e2 to indirectly defend this because... And by the way, actually, what am I talking about? Because this bishop is fully defended. So after taking here, that's forced, right? Did he mess up? He might have messed up. I think he did, actually. But it might be hard to prove. What's striking me instantly is that his bishop is undefended right now. If I play a move like this, though, he can actually just take this one, and then after I take here, he's winning my 2 pieces, which is obviously not what we want. If I take here, he almost certainly just takes back with the bishop, and I actually don't really want to trade bishops in this position because I feel like he actually probably would have the better side of this in that equation because his bishop would have come to life. And now we are down in time, as usual. No. Wait a minute. Taking here works. Yes, taking there works because then takes. That works. Triple checking here takes. What happens if he is my queen trapped if he plays like rook there? Is my queen trapped? No, I can get out pretty easily. Okay, so let's do it. You only live once. Let's do it. You only live once. YOLO, as the youth say. And we are down to 3 minutes. Now we're the ones down 2 minutes on the clock. So not looking too super tasty in terms of that, but you know, sometimes that has to happen. But yeah, very scary for sure. However, I'm not going to just lay down and run out of time. I'm going to try to play a little bit faster moving forward. And I think that he probably has to take my bishop here because otherwise I just move it away and then I'm just up a pawn. And I don't think he can really let that happen. This move also doesn't work because I just takes and then takes and I take. So that would leave me up 2 pieces. So I think he might have miscalculated just a little bit. If he plays here, hangs a pawn. I mean, a bishop. So yeah, he probably has to take my bishop. But obviously I'm not going to... Okay, yeah, he takes. I have 1 move. By the way, if he attacks me, I might actually play knight here first. And then takes. That might be the better continuation. But actually, maybe not. Okay, so he does play that. He's playing well. Okay, so there's the obvious move. The move that looks like it gets me trapped instantly, which it does. Wait a minute. I can't go there. I can't go there. Wait a minute. Did I just lose? I don't think so, but if I go here and he goes there, am I not just trapped? Oh, crap. Uh-oh, wait. I might have blundered the game. Maybe not, but my sole hope would be using tempo on his queen to get out. Here and here, then yeah, I might actually be screwed. Wait, there, here. No, I can get out. If I go here first, then takes, I'd be happy. But if I go here, then he goes here, that would be an issue. That would be a massive issue. So I think that what has to happen is here, 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 then here, because, no, sorry, not there. Then here, I attack him, and then he's forced to give up a view of this pawn. I think is what has to happen. Yep, so he plays that. I'm going to play this. And I am half the time of my opponent, but I should be fine. I should be okay. But I definitely should have calculated this a bit better before I went into this crazy mess. But it looks like I am evacuating. I have been wrong in the past, though, as you guys know. So, maybe not. Either way, this is a great learning moment. I'd be very happy if he just takes there. Makes my life very easy, given that I have no time, pretty much. And I just realized, what if he plays there? I think that... No, then I'm fine, because I can play this check. Okay, looked very scary for a moment, but it looks like I'm getting out. Yeah, it looks like I'm getting out. He can get a pawn for it, though, by playing here first. And, yeah, that looks like about the best he can do, and that would just be equalizing. So, I guess if he does play queen takes b2, I won't be up a pawn anymore, but it should be okay for me. I might not be winning, but I'll probably be fine. Very crazy, though. And I am very grateful that my opponent is spending time here, because if he didn't, I might be in for a world of hurt on the clock. I don't know. I mean, I do know what he's thinking about. This is actually pretty difficult to play. I could see him playing a move like queen here. Do I think it would be good? Probably not. Because then I takes. I don't know. Actually, maybe that is good. Because my biggest weakness right now, besides my queen being almost trapped, is my f4 pawn. And by the way, if he takes my queen, I've determined now that he is just lost if he takes the queen. Because I'm just up positionally way too much. If he cannot take the queen. That would just be losing 100%. But I am actually a little bit worried now. Okay, so he does play that. Okay. Let's just simplify this a little bit. Let's simplify this a little bit. Okay. Now I have some time to think. I like knight to c5 with the idea of putting my knight back on a super strong square. So let's do that. I'm also threatening... No, I'm not really threatening anything right now, but let's play it anyway. And then we're going to try to get our knight to a very strong place. And he doesn't really have a corresponding strong outpost for his knight, so that'll be nice. And now we are up on time, yet again. That's the good that happens when you, I guess, calculate variations while your opponent is making a move. My biggest... Ooh, was that a good move? Not so sure. Here, there is kind of forced. Otherwise, I take the pawn. No. Here, there. Then if I take, then he just place this. No. Wait. No. Here, there. What am I talking about? I can't take that. I don't know what I'm talking about sometimes. Wait, maybe I play my rook up here. Then he comes in here. Then what did I gain? I guess not too much. I guess that then I just play this. Takes. And I just fight and then equal endgame. But, Here. Then... No. I like this better. It seems to give me better chances. Just because it keeps my strong knight on its most powerful square. And I think that his move, King F8, was probably a pretty good move. Because it brings his king closer to the action, and it also alleviates any real back rank threats. An opponent has dropped below a minute, but I'm sure I will too pretty soon. So this might get into a little bit of a time scramble, not much on the clock, but on the... We don't have much time to think anymore, so I guess it is a time scramble. I need to start going after these weak pawns of his. So I'm probably going to rook lift on the next move if he brings his rook over or something. Yeah, I kind of have to rook lift pretty soon. My rook is, I think, better than his. Just because his is a little bit tied down on defense. He's down to 18 seconds, so... I'm going to try to play my next move very fast. So that I maximize the chance that he makes a mistake. 9, 8... Obviously, he's not going to lose this on time. He's probably going to play at the very last second. Yep, he does. Okay. Let's just go here. He moves back. Okay. I'm assuming that he'd be okay with the draw here, but I don't really want to draw. If I play here, and then I play here, that's a pretty good threat. The problem is here, then here. Honestly, this might be a draw. This might just be a draw. I'm going to play here, actually, but I'm not going to accept a draw. So if he does play the same move again, I'm not going to move back. Okay, so he attacks me, but I'm not going to make a draw. Instead, I'm going to lift my rook. Okay, he brings out his king. Reasonable. However, I'm not sure he can really defend this pawn too well anymore. Okay, so let's bring this over here. Okay, he brings back his rook, but now I can play up here. And all of his pieces are pretty much just completely tied down to defense of that pawn, which he probably isn't too psyched about. So let's come up. We're now threatening a5. And, okay, I'm going to stop talking so much because, obviously, you can look at the clocks and see why. But, wow, yeah, this is insane. This is intense. What's the point of that? If I play here, then he's... No, I have to take here. Okay. Okay, now I'm just up a pawn. Okay. Okay. Now I play here. I attack this. And I essentially shut him out. My next move is probably going to be c3 to completely neutralize... Oh wait, no it's not. He just blundered that pawn, so... Okay, obviously he wants this. But... I'm just going to start pushing this pawn. Okay, now I have 50 seconds, so there's no reason to play so quickly anymore. There's also no real reason to give him that pawn for free. But at the same time, if I play this, then he just takes here. Wait, no he doesn't. Yeah, there's no reason to feel rushed. There's no reason to feel rushed. Okay. I don't see his point entirely because... Wait a minute. I do need to be careful, actually. This isn't over. If I play this... Wait a minute. I feel like I'm... No. Let's do this. Let's be optimal. No reason to give him any ideas. No reason to give him any hope. Because I am definitely winning this right now. The only thing is I will probably blunder. Well, no. I will not blunder. I don't know why I put that into the universe. But no, with these two pawns, it should be pretty simple, I dare say. Okay. Let's play here. If we trade knights, this is over. If we trade knights, it's over. I'm very confident in that. If we trade knights, this game will be over, because I'll just walk over here and take these pawns while he's taking these two. So we can't trade knights. I assume he's going to give me a check. That might be a little bit annoying, actually. Yeah, knight e2 is probably his only... Okay, so he just lost, pretty much. Yeah, that's why I said he couldn't trade knights. Yay, we win! I mean, he hasn't resigned yet, but... This game is over. Yeah, his only chance was to not trade knights and give me a check on like e2 or something. Yeah, I mean, I do not lose this game or draw it. Okay, yay, it's over. And I think we're at an all-time high, right? Is this an all-time high? It might not be, or I'll confirm that in a minute, but first let's review the game. By the way, it is almost finals week for me, so I should probably be studying right now, but here I am. Okay, not the greatest accuracies. I had a 79%. My opponent had a 68.6%. I was estimated ELO at 1750. My opponent was estimated to be a 1450. And we both blundered. So let's just see where that happened. So immediately, this is a weird move. And I do punish it correctly. So I said that it's theory, it's not bad, but I guess it is bad. I guess it is just literally bad. And I punish it correctly, but then f4 immediately kind of gives back the equality a little bit. So I should have just played knight f3. Shouldn't have been too greedy with his space. But this is fine. Yeah, all this is fine. Okay, I did make a little bit of a mistake here. I gave it my advantage. Instead, I should have just castled. Okay, so this looks actually a little bit like a French defense, funnily enough. Because I do know a line in the French where you play f4, then you castle queenside, and there's this pretty much exact same structure, almost. So maybe I should have been a bit more flexible. What I was afraid of was this, queen takes, then knight takes here, but I guess it isn't actually a threat. Because, wait, this is not what I was afraid of. I'm just up a pawn here. Wait. What was I afraid of? Oh yes, here. I thought that he had this now. So it wants me to go queen f4. Then doesn't he just take here and isn't he okay? No, because of this check. And it actually wants him. Oh, I'm threatening mate in 1. So only other option is king d7, and then I still take. Wait, no, this isn't good. Okay, this is actually way more complicated than I ever imagined it would be. But so I guess that line is why that doesn't work. But I did not see the computer follow up. So now this is actually, yeah, I should not have played knight b5. I should have just castled long. Instead, this is pretty much equal. I guess black might be a little bit better. Okay. Wow, should not have played that. I thought that I was just getting my knight to a stronger square, but I guess there was no reason to rush, and h4 was better than g4. Yeah. Let me guess, h4 is better. Okay, so in the future, I'll be more open-minded to play h4 instead of g4. Then he makes a pretty big mistake. Oops, we're not there yet. Sorry. He makes... Ooh, oh. Okay, he makes a mistake. Yeah, that's definitely a mistake. And then taking is good. Maybe... I guess I should have taken the other way, right? Yeah, okay. I should have taken the other way, but pretty much equal. Now, here is a blunder. Why? He misses... No, he finds it. And then he misses the way to win material. This. Oh. Attacking my knight and my pawn. Wait, but don't I have knight c3? No, because then he wins the pawn behind it. Okay, so I completely missed that idea. Opponent did too. But, I mean, who can... honestly, I don't blame him. I probably would have played rook d8 as well. But yeah, okay, this move is incredible. It's kind of like a fork, but it's also like a skewer at the same time, because he's forking this, but then the second you move this, he gets the pawn that was behind it with check, by the way. So he's gonna be able to win this as well. Okay, so fully missed that, but opponent did as well. Okay, it wanted me to play this already. Or I shouldn't say already, because I never played that, but I mean, by already, I mean it wanted me to just do danger levels already. What happens if he plays... Ooh, that's not a good move, I guess. Oh, I didn't even realize I was threatening that. Never mind. Okay, but I played a move that's fine, I suppose. Wait, how did I miss just taking? I know it's not winning or anything. Sorry. I know it's not winning or anything, but it seems like the much simpler way to go about this. And then I suppose, like, bishop... Yeah. Okay, yeah. I have no clue how I missed this. This is just obviously easily winning. Takes. Knight d6. I have no words for how I missed that. I mean, I'm not super embarrassed because, you know, we all miss stuff, but I'm slightly annoyed I missed that. But what I played was fine. It keeps the equality. He should have played here, but then I would have had to play a3. Oh no, I would have taken here. If I played a3, then he's winning, because he can take here first. Wait, but then... Oh, then he takes... Wait, what? Oh, he takes an f4 with check. Okay, I really miss this idea of that taking on f4 comes with check quite a few times. But anyway, he makes my life pretty easy. And, okay, I move my knight to the wrong square, but... Oh! Okay, the reason that my knight moved to the wrong square, I believe, is because now, in this position, it wants him to play g5 very badly. So it wanted me to probably go here to stop g5, because obviously g5 just blunders the pawn now. So on route there, it wanted me to stop an idea by him, but he misses that anyway, so I'm fine. Okay, should have brought my rook in, but I think that I eventually do that. Oh, no, I don't do that. Okay, I should have... Okay, I guess the lesson to learn in this position is that I got a bit too attached to my knight being on d6. Should have been more adventurous with my pawns on the king side. That basically never really played as big of a role as I might have imagined. Okay, and I missed... I don't understand why g5 is so good. I suppose it's because it kind of freezes his pawn mass. Wait, why is this so good for me? Because, okay, I guess it disrupts his strongest pawn formation on the board. I guess that was kind of the idea, just making it harder for him to keep these solid. But I missed that. Okay. Here he should have gone... I'm surprised that this is the computer recommendation, because here I'd snap take here, and then after takes, it looks like I'm just absolutely crushing. Although, I guess that things aren't so clear. Okay, fair enough, because it wanted him to pawn sack to weaken my pawns. Computer is crazy sometimes. But anyway, he plays that. Should have moved my king out of the way, I suppose. Instead, I traded the rooks, but... Okay, I was very attached to d6, the d6 square. Instead, I should have brought my king out. So that's the lesson learned. I do find the best move according to game review, but according to the analysis, king c3 is better. Why is... Oh no, it's about equal. Okay, fair enough, but... Yeah, okay, so I fork him. I mean, king c3, according to computer, is pretty much equal to my move, but practically, it's so much easier to just play this fork. Then I start pushing. I might have had some fancier way to do this, but I really think that I played this fine. What I was really afraid of was this. And I suppose I'm still winning, but... Because here... I thought I could just, like, kind of keep on giving me checks. And I'd kind of have to keep on following him, otherwise I'd lose my own knight. Oh, I guess he ran out of checks, though. Yeah, he just runs out of checks eventually, and then I play e5. Okay. And then if... Yeah, okay. And then my king is running over, and I'm playing knight c4. I'm defending everything. Okay, fair enough. And then, I mean, yeah, after taking on c2, the game was over. Because he has to get this pawn, otherwise it promotes. Then I just run over here, and I mean, it's rudimentary. So, thank you so much for watching. Let's actually see really quickly, just on my profile, and forgive the formatting. I know that my recording isn't meant for this. We are at an all-time high, so very happy about that. Let's go. It's coming back strong. We're in the 98th percentile now. Woo! On chess.com. And I will see you tomorrow. We're going to start back up with the daily uploads. No more breaks. Although it is finals week, so maybe I should, or not finals week yet, but it will be finals week soon. But so maybe I should take a break, but I'm not going to. I'm going to play every day, and I will see you tomorrow. Adios. Thank you for watching. Long game today, right? I'm sorry, but I did the best I could.